Alright, welcome to my World Cup preview series. We're about to talk a little bit about Italy. Of course, they're the reigning world champions. They beat France in the final last time around, so possibly they could be seen as a favorite. They're in Group F along with Paraguay, Slovakia, and New Zealand. Well, they're definitely favorites to get out of this group. Um, Italy plays with, for a reasonably large degree, with the same team. You got guys like Buffon on goal, Cannavaro, Zambrotta, Chiellini in defense, and Gattuso in midfield, Pirlo, De Rossi, Camonaresi. Yeah, so it's Di Natale, Quagliarella, Yaquinta, Gilardino. Most of those guys were there 4 years ago. And they have a very experienced team, and they all play in the Italian league, which was a good league. Not quite the best league in the world. But then again, Inter did win the Champions League, but without any Italian players really in the starting lineup. The only Italian guy that did play in the final, Materazzi, is not in the squad. But yeah, I mean, they're a good team, but and they're in a group with a relatively easy group. I mean, New Zealand for the first time ever, I think, at a World Cup. Slovakia for the first time ever at the World Cup, and Paraguay, a team that usually manages to make it to the last 16, the last few World Cups. But yeah, they're not a brilliant team, so you'll leave the clear favorites in this group. They haven't, however, had a great preparation. Last few games, they played Cameroon in March, played 0-0 against them. Then they lost against Mexico 2-1. Mexico by far the better team, and then they drew against Switzerland. The three decent opponents there, and they didn't manage to win any of those games. And qualifying, they were solid. I mean, they managed to qualify, but their main opponent was Ireland, and they drew twice against Ireland, so they didn't manage to beat them. So okay, but not overly impressive. If you look a bit further back, Euro 2008, they went out in the quarterfinals. First round, they got thrashed by Holland 3-0, but they managed to get second place by beating France in the final game, and then they lost in the quarterfinals against Spain. But no shame in that. I think Italy has a good team. They'll get through the group, but they're mostly the same team as 4 years ago, and they've only gotten older, really. Not a lot of young talent coming through. So that's a bit of a worry. But I think that when you look at the draw, I mean, if they win this group, then they're facing the number 2 team in Group E. That's probably Denmark or Cameroon. They should be capable of beating that team as well, so that, then Italy's in the quarterfinals. But I think that's really the farthest they can go. I don't think they're capable of beating the top teams. And who knows? Maybe Paraguay can surprise them in the group. I don't think they've hit their great form yet, and the first game is against Paraguay. So who knows? But expect them to do quite well. But I'll give you my final prediction on the games later. Anyway, that's it for Italy for now. All right, thank you for listening.